And we're back for YouTube. That way my videos don't take too long to upload anymore, and this will kind of help things along. But let's go ahead and just enjoy some of the lore behind the Farron Keep ruins. And admittedly, I just thought about it, but technically I could have talked to, what's his name, Hawkwood, and he would have gone into it a little bit as well as a source, but, you know, live and learn. We're not going back at this point. We're just gonna enjoy some good old Souls play. I didn't grab the rapier, now that I think about it, but oh well. Probably should have. It'll help me get this last Wolf's Blood sword grass I need, but I'll do that again. I'll probably just end up doing that offline. It's just poor timing. Go ahead and use my wall hacks on that guy. I forgot. I still have messed up Estus. Oh my god. Oh well. But the extinguishing of 3 flames is very reminiscent. Of course. And it would happen, as I realize I have no freaking Ashen Estus, I would get invaded. And right as I'm getting into lore, my favorite part of the game, why am I not surprised? Let's look for him. Chances are, the good thing about getting invaded here is, if they get poisoned, then they're kind of they'll show up across the map. So I mean, yeah, it's never fun to be invaded necessarily, unless you're a really big PvP buff. I enjoy PvP in this game compared to every other game. This is actually my favorite game for PvP. But as far as all this goes, we're gonna try to just keep an eye out for Mr. I forgot his name already, but it's something weird. Boogie or some shit. Well, I suppose until he shows up, I could always just keep going. Talk about lore. It's kind of weird. He seems like he's just sitting somewhere waiting for me to show up on him. Anyways, as you see, the first flame I'm extinguishing at least, is that the one that's got a sculpture behind it. The sculpture behind it is Gravelord Nito. So it's cool to see that there's a little bit of a throwback to the first game. That should ping him where I'm at. I'm at the Gravelord Nito. I didn't realize it would actually show him on screen where I'm at. I thought it just did the whole extinguishing tower, but I was wrong, so he should be on his way. In theory. There he is, Mad Spirit, right across the way. How lame could that get? Fell off. And we're getting chased by a bunch of Grews, which is just awesome. Are you kidding me? Fucking again? Really? That is kind of annoying. Like, get punched off of the frickin' ledge twice. Alright, well, as far as PvP goes, that Farron Hail didn't seem to do enough damage to be that viable. So, we'll have to keep that in mind. There he goes. He gets up. He gets the luckiest time to get up. Oh god. I think we... Okay. For such a crappy stream of events, I think we just lucked out and got the last Wolf Blood Sword grass we need. For the sword I've been wanting to get, so we're gonna go ahead and head over to the old Wolf of Farron. And I apologize to everyone on YouTube who wanted to watch this bit for this part for lore, but I'll probably just timestamp a different portion when I go back and do all the timestamps on the videos. Let's see if I was right and that was the last one we needed. I'm pretty sure it's close. It might be one more, but... Ah. We must be, like, legit one away. But, oh well, that's fine, because we actually need a moment to go and grab Andre to do our Olat Estus again, now that we have gotten past the damn Crystal Sage. Because, God, that was a moment, man. That was a really unfortunate stream of events. Anyway, let's go ahead and allot. We'll go back to the 5 and the 4. Feel that's pretty good. It's been working out so far, at least. And what else we got going on? So we're going to go to Farenkeep Ruins and continue our little ritual of snuffing out flames for the sake of gaining entrance to the final area of Farron's Keep. Turn around because we're going the wrong way. Kill these guys. But yes, as you can probably imagine after seeing the first one and the reference I made for the first one, each of these is going to essentially be a sculpture of a Lord Soul from the first game. That said, there is one missing as far as Lord Souls go in the first game. So they do say that technically, I mean, I don't think it's ever actually said during the cutscenes, but they do say that technically, along with Dukedom, Seath received a shard of the Lord Soul that was found by the First Flame. But I don't believe that's the case. I think, like, literally he had Dukedom, and the reason we needed him was because he was supposedly the last dragon in that area, and his soul would be strong enough to get us access to the kiln of the First Flame, because he's not referenced here. We're going to see we have Gravelord Nito's done already. I need more Estus. The next one, I believe, is the Bed of Chaos over here. I might be wrong. It could be the Four Kings. It's a 50% chance I'm right, though. Just saying. And we gotta remember there are multiple Grues hanging around the area, so don't want to get ambushed. This character has been a long, hard trek. I cannot wait to get to a point where we're actually strong. Hopefully that point actually does come. Alright, so the Bed of Chaos. Very hard to see this one, but yes, it's essentially the next Lord Soul that I will have obtained for this ritual. And for the last one, we kind of have to go around about back toward the first route we took. Because we missed it, or we didn't miss it, we just skipped it because I didn't want to do any of them without one of our loyal viewers being here. But unfortunately, he's not showing up, so that might be over. I think I timed that about as perfect as I could. Anyway, we can also run over here real quick and grab the goodies. I know there's a weapon up on this ledge. I think there's just more poison moss on that ledge. Yep, the Great Sword, which sadly, I actually really don't like the Great Sword in this game. I liked it in Dark Souls 2. It's a really good weapon. And Dark Souls 1, it's actually one I actually liked as well. I didn't realize there were so many Grues over here. I was just going to take a shortcut. That was a bad idea. Yep, pissed off one of them. That's fine though. These guys aren't very smart. They always like to go to this corner for some reason, and I abuse them. No! Stop it. That's my fucking move. You can't do that. I can't believe that just happened. Counterattacked. Oof. Titanite shard. No wolf's blood sword grass. Alrighty, back to extinguish the final flame. Oh, I guess there's two in front of me. Little bastards. Alright, we got this big, I don't know, tree thing. I don't actually know much about these guys. They don't drop anything, so there's not much to really go off of. There we go. Oh my god. That was just the perfect amount of damage. The perfect amount of damage to let poison kill me. No, we're not doing that again. That's how we got poisoned to begin with. Wasn't even in the environment. It was actually getting hit by their little rot spears. Let's get past the slugs, because they're not going to be a big threat. Come on, get through. This one's gonna be the one to poison us. Yep. That's okay. That's all good. Please, stop moving away from me. Enough with the skulls. Please. No more skulls. Alright, so the other one's, yeah, he's riding right there in between those trees. This one we can kind of cheese. As long as we get there quick enough. Yes, shoot your skulls. Oh, are you kidding me? I got cucked. Oh, we're getting back to bad news bears territory. Basilisk over here. Oh my god, really? I forgot. It's the standing ones. The standing glues are probably the worst. They're the only ones that get that grapple attack and they spam it. It's like the only thing they can do. Oh, the leeches are so annoying. I really do not like the leeches. Okay. I should have just did the damn flame when I passed it the first time. Did that really just one-shot me? I know I had a little health missing. God, I didn't think it'd do that much damage. Good God. Alright. This time it's going well so far. Let's see if we can get his attention from over here. Yeah. Of course. He would do the major skull attack. There we go. Progress. We haven't some picked up. What? Stone Great Shield? I don't think I got that on my first playthrough. We need to look at this. Do they have a drop? Okay, well, before I die, we're gonna cure my poison. There they are, shields. Mosky stone disc thrown. Though terribly heavy, can serve as a shield. The disc is a relic of an ancient magic, one that can practically feel the power flowing through it. It doesn't say much about it, but I feel like that's a throwback to the Protectors of the Forest Covenant. in the first game. I might be wrong on that, but anyway, first flame extinguished. The first flame was the Four Kings, who ruled over New Londo before the Sealers came in and flooded it. Now we're going to take the shortcut way and bound on back to the ruins, bind fire, and move forward toward the Farron Keep perimeter bonfire, because that's the next one we want. Yeah, we don't have enough to level up. Just thinking about that. Allotted Estus is pretty good. I don't think that's... Oh, I forgot. Grey Rat's back. We killed a boss, so... You can see if I was right about the Pontiff Curved Sword. Yeah, Pontiff Knight Curved Sword comes from his first scavenging in the Undead Settlement. This is another weapon that I was looking at, like it could have a fair bit of use during this playthrough. If I really wanted it, but I'm actually digging the scythe. Like, it's been tough, don't get me wrong, but it's been fun, so I'm probably going to keep on rolling on with the scythe. I think he had the glaive, that's what he was using. It's another good weapon I've been wanting to try. But, what we will do is we will buy some of his embers, because his embers are cheap. Keep Farron Keep ruins, and next time we come back to Firelink, I'll try to remind myself to grab the Ice Rapier for the Crystal Sage Soul. Just because, admittedly, I'm actually using a build that could actually use it as a weapon if I wanted to. I just don't think it'd be actually worth it. So, we'll have to see. I think I called it the Ice Rapier, just it's Crystal Rapier. It's not the Ice Rapier, the Crystal Rapier. The Ice Rapier was from Dark Souls 2, and it was like the most broken PvP weapon because of its heavy attack. Being able to shoot a beam of magic out of it. Pretty awesome. And that's a Storyteller dead. Alrighty. Moving on up. I know we're gonna have technically they're already going up. So we got the 2 Dark Wraiths that spawn here. They're great for farming Pale Tongues off of, as well as their entire armor set and weapon. The only thing you cannot farm off them is the Dark Hand, which you have to get from Yuria in Firelink Shrine. That said, we've gotten to the Farron Keep perimeter bonfire. Let's go ahead and take on some more Gruus. These guys are kind of funky because, like I said, when they stand up, you unlock from them. And for some reason, he heard me coming, even though I was sneaky. And here we go. Like, see if I can't get this. Nope, not gonna get that backstab. That was awful spacing for a scythe. Scythe spacing is right here. I am. Good night. Go ahead and S this up. We got our Crystal Lizard. Get us a Titanite Scale. Which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, do I even have any Titanite Scales? I don't think I killed the first one. The one down in the Ashen Cemetery is still there. Good to know. Switch to the sword. I don't think this is going to go through. There we go. 2 more Titanite Scales. And the shortcut back to the Black Knight. And we got everything over there, so we don't need to go mess with that. If I want to farm the set, I'll do it on the off time. Not the one I wanted. Now let's see if Farron is resistant to magic, because that would be really just another cue of, like, don't be an intelligence build in this game if you want an easy time. I don't think he is. Or they are, I should say. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and just slow roll it. Those 2 Dark Wraiths are going to do a lot of our work for us. I thought. And I missed the doorway. I'm getting hooked up on everything right now, man. Like, wow, that really kind of sucked. Finally get an open moment to do some damage. Ugh. Fuck. Casting time kills me. Of all things to kill you, casting time kills me. I don't know why he turned on me. Usually you can walk out to that point without him turning and seeing you and being all like, ooh, tasty. But couldn't pull it off that time. Why can't we be friends? Don't you dare do that little turn. I see you trying it. I see you trying it. You're gonna slow walk it, are you? Well, we're gonna just make it a fair fight for them. Ugh. Gotta take advantage of that super poise they give you for that weapon art. You may have to tank a hit, but man, you'll get the headshot. Oh really? You're gonna walk back down now? That is actually kind of funny. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. Stacking the odds up against me, I see. I see. Well, if he kills me, he kills me. See, I don't recall that Black Hand actually blocking all magic damage. So every time it does, it throws me off. I'm like, so at least chip damage, you know? Chip damage, why not? But the Black Hand seems like it actually does block 100% magic damage, which is kind of wow. Definitely not something I remember from the first game. I could have swore damage came through that. Where are my souls? Oh, they were behind me. Especially now that I've got pretty much enough to level up. These guys are going to go ahead and get me a free chunk of souls themselves. Might just go back and do a level up. Maybe go against what I've been wanting to do and do a couple points into vigor. Really? You guys like started your walkover? Is that literally a thing? I don't think I've ever seen that before either. Oh well. Alright. I think I'm going to go get that one's attention so that the spear guys can do as much of a number on that other one as they can. Huh, that was perfect a lineup as I could do. Oh, I think they killed him. That's funny. Not often do the Dark Raids die to the locals. I think they stopped just shy of him. That's actually kind of funny. A little overkill, but eh. So this one was just abusing. Oh yeah. Alright, well at that point, I've got a level up on me. I may have to run back and deposit that sword grass at the old wolf shrine. Because I'm fairly certain that gets me the sword I've been talking about this whole stream. There's some goodies around the area too, so you know what, yeah, we're going to go ahead and just clean out the area. Ow, man. That was awesome. Yeah, that was awesome. Oh well. Bloodstain will be there when we get back. We're gonna go put the Wolf Blood Sword Grass at the altar and see if it gives me the sword, because I think that was the last one I needed. If not, I need one more. And I know I've said that like 3 times now, but I'm pretty certain that was it. So, Old Wolf of Farron. The Covenant. That is essentially built after Sif. And what was the Forest Watchers in the first game. Boom! Old Wolf Curved Sword. Now I really hope I was right and it's a dex weapon, because it is a curved greatsword, which makes me think dex, but it may not be a dex. But we will see here in just a moment. So, yeah, by the requirements, dex. Definitely a dex weapon. It's going to be a while before we can use it, because it takes 25 strength, or 25 dexterity and 19 strength, which admittedly we're close to the strength stat. I think we have something like 16 strength, but I think we're only at 18 dex, so it's about 7 levels away. Pure dex plus 3 in strength, so 10 levels. And that's if we don't want to put any more points into intelligence for a while. And I don't think I see myself doing that, because if we're going to do an intelligence build, you got to dump a lot into intelligence to make it worth it, especially in this game, because the soft cap for intelligence, and in fact the biggest damage window you get for intelligence is between 40 and 60. So the soft cap to 60 is really where you want that stat to land before you really focus on anything else. That said, I will make myself, or might make my life a little easier and do a couple points into Vigor, just so I'm not such a glass cannon. Oh no. Yeah, one of you can come at me, I don't care. One of you. Not both of you. I'm sitting in the freaking archway out of the way. I guess he's just gonna dirt, maybe turn around and go back. Oh, we'll abuse that. Put your hand down, bruh. We got the Dark Mask, which is the headpiece they use. The Dark Sword. Everyone said the Dark Sword was really OP, and I can kind of understand why, in the way I would use it. But I don't think it was that strong when I last used it. It didn't seem like it was outrageously overpowered or anything. You don't see me. I think I just heard a Corvian. Something behind me. That was weird. Alright, well, he's obviously coming for me at this point, so... He thinks he's all fly. Ouch. Maybe he is. Speaking of which, we got a Dark Sword. And depending on, yeah, no, we're gonna want another level up just so that Farron doesn't one-shot us. Well, that sucked. Alright, well, that's a level up for us, so we're going to go ahead and take advantage of it before we go into the fight. Just because the only reason I was keeping my levels on me at the beginning of the stream was so that we could use the levels, or I should say, be able to use the Covenant the way we wanted to, and since that's no longer happening, we haven't invaded someone in like an hour or two. I just assume that I've officially outgrown the area and need to move forward. Although it's funny, it's because I don't feel like I'm over-leveled for the area, even though I am. Like, I definitely am. Like, you could have easily been at 44 level 44, and you'd be in the cathedral. You'd probably be passing the Cathedral of the Deep. You'd probably just beaten the Deacons or something. Possibly further into Karthus. But, man, with the intelligence build, it does not seem that way. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and try to get closer to 500 health. I think that's a good move. We don't have any large shards yet, so we don't have to worry about upgrading anything. Pyromancies are a thing. I do think that wouldn't be a bad idea to start looking into what we can use as far as pyromancies go. I know we got the, I think the Tome of the Great Swamp. We could also reinforce our pyromancy flame. I know we've got extra souls at the moment, so might as well do it. To +3. Oh, we have some large shards now. Did not realize we got some large shards. That's kind of cool. Not sure who dropped them. Have to look that up. But we're not going to waste them on that. I'll tell you that right now. We'll put them in our fucking staff and get a +4 staff. Anyway, let's go ahead and give Pyromancy Tome the Great Swamp. So let's see what we got to work with now. We got Fire Orb, which is essentially an upgraded Fireball. Bursting Fireball. Never tried that one. Never had the intelligence to, but we need Faith for that one. We also need to put some effort into our Faith stat a little bit too, to work Pyromancies really well, but we'll do that eventually. And it's a constant stream of fire. Kind of sounds fun. I doubt it's very useful, but it sounds fun. We'll probably get Fire Orb when it comes time. And, eventually we'll get Chaos Fire Orb, which is the one I personally like. A lot of people like the Chaos Bed Vestiges. It's not a bad one. Absolutely not a bad one. But I've had situations where in PvE, it completely goes through enemies. It does little damage, but it doesn't actually explode and do the extra damage, which is kind of a deal breaker for me. But that lowered our souls enough to the point where I can justify. We may just actually run past everything here as well, because I know they would help if I let them clear out the area. But I'm more interested in just getting to the boss store and go ahead and Ember here, and we'll use the invincibility frames. Maybe not. Shouldn't have grabbed that item. That was a really bad decision, especially for something as crappy as that. Alright, let's see how this goes. First mob boss. That actually is kind of hard. Even as a melee cleric character, I mean, definitely easily doable. I kicked its butt, but not an easy boss. Definitely not an easy boss. Which makes me think it's going to be even harder as a mage. And when the bell tolls, we get a secondary guy to enter the fight. Oh, that sucked. Magic does deal some pretty good damage on him, though, so that we got going for us. We just gotta power our way through this. Or we can use a cheesy strat, I know, for this boss, but that also depends. I don't know if they patched that or not. They may have. Something I'd never actually tried myself before, but know exists. Or existed. At one point, at least. Anyway, this time we'll go in and not lose any health. On the way in. Alright, phase 1 done. Did I get my heal off? Yeah, I did. Cool, now I don't have to worry about the mob mentality happening. Yeah, I should see that tell a little bit clearly, or more clearly than I do. Know that it's about to flame me up. That it isn't actually an opportunity for damage, but I kept trying to make a damaging opportunity out of it. We did get to phase 2 of the fight, so that went well. For not beating it, went about as well as it could have. But we'll try it a few more times. If not, we may just wrap up for this stream and give it another go tomorrow, as it is getting to be about 2 a.m. again, and I'm trying to get more punctual about stopping at 2 a.m. instead of just pushing until I can't push any further. Ah, my god, that sucked. It's a fun boss, though, honestly. I know a lot of people say it's one of the toughest ones. First real wall you run into, but I actually really enjoyed the Abyss Watchers fight. As far as well-made or well-designed fights go, I feel like this is probably one of their best. Especially because you get an unsuspecting ally. At first it looks like it's straight going to be a 3v1, and then you realize the red-eyed one is actually a little more insane and will actually attack himself, or the boss will attack itself, and it's a 2v2, with the two extras being rather weak in comparison. And you're gonna aggro me first. Please don't. Come on. Mine die. Yep. Man. Let me get back to this. Doing a fresh character with my usual strats. That's gonna really show you how clerics shine in this game, especially against fights like this guy. Because this is getting rough. He is tough. I love it. They kill themselves. Alright, this is the tough part. The final battle. Stock up on our FP. He's gonna sprint and do an advance. We're gonna move around. Shifted right at the last second. I was hoping I could cancel out of that. I was wrong. I say one more attempt and we'll wrap it up for the night, just because just seems like an off day, sadly. One of our main dudes never showed up. There we go. Oh my god, the area of effect on the fire is what's killing me the most. So, sadly, you might call it there, and maybe Dex will be able to watch the end of this fight anyway. We'll give it one more shot. We're close to 2 a.m. We got 15 more minutes. We might as well give it one more shot. Not rob ourselves of the last 15 minutes of the stream. We'll just keep on grinding. Hopefully getting better at this at some point. That's not what I wanted. With how sporadic they attack, too, it's really tough to even figure out a way to around them. And then they do that. They're huge, so they get so much distance covered. Even though they're supposed to be just undead our size. These guys are big. Stop hating. No, don't you hate on me too. We are friends. You're the red-eyed one. You're on my side. Really? Just gotta wait for the bell to toll. You get a new ally. Eventually. There he is! I think he's mad at me again, but... I didn't want to hit him. Hit the ally one instead. Got his aggro on me. At least it was the end of the first phase that it happened. Oh, he's behind me. Yep. Yeah, I can't seem to get that. The heavy soul arrow just takes too long to cast. I wonder if I switched it out for something else, if it would go a bit better in my favor as far as trying to keep distance and deal damage. Like, I want the heavy soul arrow to work just because it's such a good heavy spell, but I'm thinking for my sanity and getting through this. Someone to see, they say this is, yeah, great magic weapon. So you actually don't even have to pay for that one. That one's free. I like that. Anyway, we're gonna go to great soul arrow instead, because it actually casts nice and quick, and it's a cheaper one. It doesn't do as much damage. It's a little light, but we should get at least a little further. Possibly kill the Farron Watchers. That was unfortunate. I think I have enough embers to put one more. Yeah. That was low lame. Really? Like, did that really just happen? Oh. Kind of got lucky on that one. Not gonna lie. pulling it close, but we made it. And we're on time, we didn't take too long, so we'll probably wrap it up there for this stream. But we made it, we got past Farron. I knew he was going to be tough, but man, I feel like, honestly, with how that went, I feel like the Crystal Sage was even harder than he was. Which is kind of sad, because the Crystal Sage is actually really easy for a normal build. For a normal build for me, like being a sorcerer build, this is not normal for me, but we made it. That's what matters. We did it. Yeah. Bonfire lit. Getting out of here. Filing Shrine. Alrighty. Well, we will definitely be wrapping it up there. It's not quite 2 AM, but close, so. Go ahead and throw our ending screen up at this point. And I'll give a couple call-outs as far as, you know, thanks Tetra for showing up during the stream. It was awesome to see you pop in, even though it was only for a few minutes. Always appreciate you swinging by and giving a shout out, and giving me a shout out at least, as far as, you know, this inspiration. Muffin, thank you so much for coming in again. You're always awesome. Really appreciate having such a loyal viewer as you. Hopefully Dex makes it in tomorrow. He's another really freaking loyal viewer that I really appreciate coming by the stream. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like what you're watching, this is a little bit of a challenge run for me. I've never done an intelligent run before, but if you're enjoying it, having a couple laughs, or picking up something maybe new that you didn't know, then please feel free to support me or keep an eye out for my videos. You can support me on YouTube with a sub. You can support me on Twitch with a follow. I don't need subs on Twitch. I can't even get subs on Twitch. We're trying to get our affiliate pretty quick here, so you know, any help you can give us on pushing toward affiliate would be awesome. Other than that, I think that's all we got for the night. Alrighty. Thanks again for your time, and hope you continue to enjoy our content. Good night.